Yo, what is going on? It is Maleki, the growth and dividend growth investor. In today's video, we will discuss all the option plays that I did for the week of March 26, 2021. My main goal is for you guys to build wealth. If you are interested in following a random dude on the internet, growth invest, dividend growth invest, and option invest, then look no further. This is the channel to do it. I am just winging it. I'm trying to learn as much as I can, but nothing that I am doing is investment advice. This is just what I am doing as well as my opinion of what I am doing. So, let's get to it. So in today's video, if you look at the bottom 3 rows over here, I did 3 option contracts. The first option contract I did here is I did Palantir. I harvested a premium of about 15 cents per share. I did 8 contracts, and so far they have not been assigned. It is Thursday, tomorrow is Friday, have not been assigned yet. I'm gonna go on a limb and say that they will not be assigned. I don't know if you guys remember, but in the previous video, I was getting close to assignment. I actually had to buy my calls back so that I can sell them at a higher price, because then my shares would have been taken away, and I don't want to do that. So far, it seems that this week I was a little bit more conservative placing these calls, because the option premium for both of them weren't as high as I would like it. So usually when I do a 30-day delta, at least for Tesla, it nets me about $1,000 a week. But for some reason this week, it wasn't paying as much as it normally would do, because it was dropping, but then it has recovered a little bit. But let's carry on. So has not been assigned. The option call that I was doing was a 26.51, and then my average price of the Palantir shares is 27.09. If you look here, earlier it was 27.28. I was able to cost average my shares down with putting this put right here. So we'll talk about that put here in a second. But again, no expenses for this one. I was just thinking about where Palantir will be in the future, and when it comes to the Palantir's future, I believe it's going to be much higher than $27 in the next 2 years. So what I did is I actually did a cash secured put for Palantir for January 20th, 2023, and that would pay me out $12.15 a share, or anywhere $1,215. So what my idea was, this is I was gonna do 4 of these. I probably should have, but I'm erring on the conservative side. So I did one of these. I got paid the $1,200, and in my thought process in doing my calculations for this company, I decided that it would be shocking that this share price would be at $27, especially if they're going to be having at least revenue growth of 30% a year. So I decided that, I believe that Palantir would be much higher than $27 in 2 years. So I did that, which allowed me to cost average some shares. I think I had 817 shares. Now I have 867 shares of Palantir. So again, anytime I get option income, the goal is to buy back in. So keep buying more shares, so then eventually I could get another 100 contracts and then sell another covered call for that. So that is the plan for that. And then for my Tesla here, usually I do that delta of 30, but it turns out I wanted to play it safe. I don't know if you guys remember from the last week, I had different goals for the Fidelity and the Robinhood account. And in the Robinhood and Fidelity account, I wanted to be a little bit more conservative making my plays. I'm raking in some income. I should just be happy with that. Just not getting too greedy is really important here. So I did one of these, net income $622. The strike price is $730 here, and then my average price is $608, and then my expense is $329.84. So that is including the margin for Fidelity, because I still have $54,000 borrowed, as well as the commissions for selling options, which I think is ridiculous, but whatever. On a side note, it is this week, we'll pretty much close out the March option income number. So if you look here to the right, my RN salary is $6,194. In the month of March, I made $7,738. It's a pretty good chunk of change for just doing options income. So I did mention that this month was probably going to be lower than these months, because I was aggressively using margin for these. But for this, at least, it's still above what my salary is. My goal for how much I want to get paid out a month is about $5,000 a month. So if I can get that where I'm getting paid out $5,000 a month, I would be very, very satisfied. All right, let's switch over here to kind of my goals and analytics for each individual account. So I have a Robinhood account, and then I have a Fidelity account. In the Robinhood account, my main goal is to show people that you can build wealth with just investing a small amount of money. I invested $16,000, which could be a lot of money to some people, but I feel like that's a really good beginner amount. I mean, I probably could have started with $10,000, but with everything aside, I think $16,000 is a good starting point. The goal here in this Robinhood account is to not add any of my own money to this. So however far I can grow this is from option investing as well as the price appreciation of the stocks that I pick. So if you look at the option incomes just from the Robinhood portfolio, I've made $2,722. With the expenses, my expenses is $1,220.65. Had I not rolled the call this year, you would take $1,200 away, and that would, my gain would be a lot better. But again, you know, things happen. I'd rather own the shares than having them assigned and trying to decide, do I need to buy back in or do I invest in a different stock? And I think Palantir is really the move for the next 5 to 10 years. So net income, so minus expenses, total gain of $1,500, percent gain 9.38%. If you are getting a 9 or 10% return every single year, that is fantastic. That means you're doing something right. I got this in 1 month, and the goal is to keep replicating this every single month. So if you could return 9%, my goal here is like 4% a month, but 9% a month is pretty darn good. So, you know, we're onto something pretty good here. Let's see if we can continue this going forward. So, you know, last week I had 1% a month is an extra 12% a year. If you do 9% extra a year or 9% extra a month, that's pretty good. So margin, because I was able to do that cash secured put where I got the $1,200, I had about $500 worth of margin left. Now, because I did that, I paid off the rest of that margin, and then I had $500 cash left over, which allowed me to buy more shares of Palantir. So I'm happy about this. My margin is done in Robinhood, so I'm very stoked about that. I just would really hope that for Fidelity, but we'll get there in a second. Weeks in March, 4 weeks in March, so you know, pretty much this month is closed out. Just gotta hang tight until tomorrow. I mean, I don't see the markets exponentially going up. Fidelity, amount invested $61,904.42. So this is every single dollar I've ever invested into this account. So when I do add more money after I fulfill my Roth, whatever money I get paid out here, I will be adding this to this pile so that it can get paid. Or should I just, if I'm still using option income to pay this down, I mean, that's kind of like free money, right? Option income, $5,016. Expenses, $4,735.98. Again, it was about $4,400 for rolling a call. Hurt the bank account, but again, you know, we're here for a long-term focus. Funding, again, I have not been able to put any money into this account. I get paid tomorrow. I probably won't be putting any money into this account tomorrow just because I am trying to max out my Roth IRA. Once that Roth IRA is maxed out, then I'll be throwing cash into this account. And when I'm throwing cash into this account, this will help me pay down this margin a lot faster. So I would be getting the options income as well as whatever money I'll be putting in from my day job. So then when I do get paid any any money, I will add that to this pile. I already decided that. I just thought about that. All right, margin still $54,031. So I'm pretty close to getting under $54,000. Again, the goal here is to pay down ASAP, and then the percent gain is only 0.45%. So it's not even a full percent. But you know, if you think about that, like if there's 12 months a year, if I'm getting 0.5%, that's still a 6% extra per year from income that you can reinvest back in. So, you know, any little money you're getting extra that you can reinvest back in to the market is the way to do it. And again, 4 weeks in March. So we're looking pretty good so far. You know, my main goal is to pick great companies that have a really high outlook for growth in the future, and Tesla and Palantir are the two that I think are good going forward. So these are more so part of my growth portfolio. I wish in my Robinhood account I had enough shares to do options investing in my Roth IRA. Once I can get enough shares in my Roth IRA where I can do options investing, I will probably do that. So not only would I be getting dividend income, but I would also be getting option income. And I think that by the time I get this locked down for the growth, I will be able to do that for my dividend income stocks. But it might take me another 10 years so I can even get 100 shares in any one of those companies. So definitely have to be patient with that. But in the meantime, just racking up that dividend income in that dividend growth investment portfolio is totally fine too. And then in my 401k, everything is doing great so far. So pretty much, State of the Union, we're doing pretty good. I will be trying to get the dividend growth investment video out next week. I've been a busy man this week. I've just been working a lot, and then I was in Asheville, North Carolina, so it was interesting to be on the road and trying to put option calls in. But with that being said, I really appreciate all of you for being here watching this video. If you can, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next week. I hope you have a great one.